Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 206.
206.
206.
Can you believe
like
it's been
yesterday.
6 episodes?
Yeah, exactly.
200.
Seems like just yesterday. So yeah, and Ryan, you're back. You're back
Yes,
on the camera for an episode.
I have a Zoid.
And you have a Zoid here.
I have a Zoid.
You
which
came through for us.
Yeah, I came through. Someone came through.
Yeah, there's some coming through.
Yeah.
Happening in this office.
I must remember though, Anime Expo, we said it last week, just to remind everyone, we will be at Anime Expo in LA this year.
Yep. I think we're bringing some of these actually.
We're bringing a lot.
I know. We're bringing lots of stuff.
So it's going to be building. You can have a free build.
Yeah. Come down to our booth and win prizes.
Yeah.
4609.
We have coupons as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, come.
It's gonna be like last year, but better.
Yeah, it's like better.
Twice as big.
Twice as big. 4 times. No, it's twice as big.
Twice as big. Our booth is twice as big.
Yeah.
The excitement we're bringing to the expo is exponentially huger.
Yeah.
If that's a word. Okay.
We haven't even have fancy new shirts.
I know. People get tired of this one maybe. Or they'll feel nostalgic and want to see it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll frame it with me. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about on this episode. I think we should start with your Zoids because people have been waiting for it. Are you prepared to show that baby off?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So here we have the Shield Liger MPZ-01 from Takara Tomy. I think we mentioned this in the previous episode, but this is part of their MG masterpiece. Sorry, their masterpiece. So if you're familiar with the Transformers, I assume it's in the same category. But of course, with Transformers, you don't, slap on
armors and stuff.
So last episode we did show there were like 4 or 5 runners, so it wasn't particularly complicated to build this up. But this is what it looks like, and I think it actually looks.
It looks cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it does look good.
It looks gorgeous. And
I'm
when
surprised
we turn it on,
how much frame you can see and everything.
And the other side actually doesn't have any armor pieces on it.
Oh, look at that.
So you can see the details.
Oh, okay.
And wow. Yeah, it is. It looks so good.
Yeah, no, it does.
And I love these teeth, like what do you call it? It's been plated.
Oh, the Meki plating.
The Meki plating.
Yeah.
Just looks mean. Oh, the mouth open. Yeah. And inside you have your 2 golden pilots.
Okay.
Should we open it up?
Yeah, that's
They're like C-3PO.
So that means they can't fly crap. All right.
They're both British.
That's right.
But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it on.
Okay.
And it looks awesome.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready? You have the music. See the tail?
Yeah.
I'll turn it around here.
Yeah.
Actually, the head moves.
There you go. It's
really
roaring.
Cool. But in here, you can actually see the.
Okay. Oh yeah, the heartbeat.
Yeah, the heartbeat.
Oh, it's easier to see now when you got the arm around.
But you see, I love just the way it all moves.
Yeah. That is great.
Now let me turn it off for a second. And what I'm gonna do is, when I find the button.
It's a wild animal. You cannot be tamed
and
turned off.
I want to pop it off the stand.
Okay.
And it actually walks. But first I got to make sure. I should do it from the armored side.
I'm going to pull the camera back to get this full on walk in action.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Of course you have the build-up music.
You'll wag of the tail.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Look at it.
I love it.
It's like my daughter learning to crawl.
Where are you going?
That's great. I love the feet.
It will end on this.
Okay, it's coming right at you.
Yeah, it's coming at you. It's going to eat you. Man, that's great tech.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there we have it, Sid.
That is pretty awesome.
It is really awesome.
It's pretty crazy.
And I remembered actually I had a Zoids in South Africa.
Okay.
But I didn't know it was a Zoids. It was just I just thought it was a cool toy.
Yeah.
It wasn't something you'd assemble, it was a toy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all came back to me. I just had a massive flashback.
Did you have a Liger as well?
I think it was a Liger actually.
No, I mean in Africa, aside from toys, did you have a lion/tiger?
No.
No.
They don't exist.
They do exist. They just can't mate. Lions and tigers can mate, and you can have a liger. But after that, they cannot mate and reproduce. So
really?
Yeah, it's like a mule. So you get them occasionally, but that's as far as
Jesus,
it goes.
I just
One
got
generation.
smarter.
That's right. Yeah. I've watched on Japanese TV. They love that crap. So
I don't watch TV no more.
Yeah, you don't.
But I understand that we have to.
We have some stuff to show.
Yeah.
We have a new HG to talk about, and Todd's been preparing for it for a little while, so he's excited to bring that up. Also, we're going to talk about this more after we show off our Gundam.
Okay.
But we have some things to talk about, new items that are going to be going up on our site. So we'll talk about that after too.
Cool.
So let's just get Todd in here and get him out of the way.
Todd!
All right, welcome back, Todd.
Hello, well, good to be back.
Good to be back. Ryan just finished showing the Liger.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting kit, I gotta
say. It moves around nicely. Yeah, so I see you. I asked you to build the Gyan. I didn't mean build everyone, but this should be an interesting episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a revive, so you gotta show the old one, but why not show the original too?
Okay. All right, take it away.
All right, let's have a look. All right, guys, are you ready for a Gyan extravaganza?
Extravaganza. Somebody's been a little busy.
I've been dying to use that line too.
Yeah.
So I figured with this revive, I really like the Gyan, so why not go back to the original and just give you guys a look at not just the previous HG, but where the Gyan began.
Yeah, began.
Oh,
see how many times we can work that in.
We're just rolling with the puns here.
That's right. With one pun.
All right. Well, let's take a look here. So, let's start back with the granddaddy.
The Gyan Daddy.
The Gyan Daddy. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is one of the original first Gundam kits that they ever released. Yeah. This was released in July of 1981.
Oh my goodness.
So he's just turned 35 years old.
That's
well,
right.
Not yet. Almost 35 years old this July.
He's an 80s baby.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age, and they're still using. This is one of the good things about Bandai is their molds. They last forever. They keep making these, pumping out the same old kits that they've had for decades now. Yeah. So, but you can tell the molds aren't exactly holding up so well. They had a bit of flash here and there, and the parts didn't exactly want to fit flushly against each other.
You had to use cement too?
Yes, with these old kits, you have to use cement. And of course, as you can see, the colors, there's no molded colors. It's all just one solid piece. Yeah. And when you assemble the joints on this, you're just you glue the feet together, and then you glue the leg armor over the feet. So once you get this glued on, it's not going to come apart. Okay. Unless you do some kind of crazy modifications. I modified him a bit just so I can easily remove the legs. If I ever wanted to go back and repaint it or something, give me that option. But just wanted. Also, I left one part unglued just so you guys could kind of see what this old technology is here. So, whoops! There goes the arm. There you go. Look at that old Gyan crush. That's another thing. Once you get this chest and torso piece glued on there, you won't be able to remove the legs at all ever. Yeah. The arms, nothing. Once it's glued in place, this thing is done. It's done. You're done. That's it.
It sits on the shelf.
It just sits on the shelf. That was how they did it back in the day. Yeah. But if you guys ever have a chance, it's kind of fun to take these old kits and just glue them together.
We'll see the evolution.
All right. So then going on to the next one. This one on over here is the first HG Gyan, and it was released in 1999. Okay. This was the HG number 2. This was the second HG kit that we had. Okay. After that, what was the first one? We just had the revive of that one. Trying to remember it now.
The gun cannon?
The gun cannon, that was it. Yeah. So he was the second one, and you can kind of tell too he's getting a bit old in age, although just looking at him, he doesn't exactly look too bad.
Maybe it's the simplicity of the design as well.
Right, that's a good point. It's got a nice simple design, although his armor is a bit more purple. than you would see in the other Gyans.
Okay.
Alright, so then let's get on to the meat of the video, what you guys all came here to see. So now, this 2016, and finally we have HG kit number 197, and this is the Revive Gyan.
Oh, look at that one.
So, you can see, yeah, the evolution of the Gyan. So, we've got a new, nice restyled Gyan on over here. And I'm not sure if I read this correctly or not, but I believe that mecha designer Naoki had a hand in the redesign for this guy. So, just look at the head units. You can tell that this new one has a new sleeker head design. I really love the style, the look of this new head design. The slits, the viewport slits on the side have shrunken down a bit. It just looks a lot more meaner. So let's see what else. Let me move away these other guys just so I won't knock them over. And this one too. I'll talk about this in a bit. But alright, so looking here at the Revive Gyan, so we do have that new head unit, and compared to the old one, there's a lot of new, engravings and details that have been molded onto this design. And, whoops, I guess we don't need that for now. And unlike the old one, they have updated, just like the other Revive kits, so we have the more universal joints going on. The old one I'll show you in a bit when I bring that other kit back. But we got really old connections on that one. But this is pretty standard. We've got the standard leg joints. Whoop, there goes the head. That's my fault. I dropped the kit earlier and I loosened it up on the inside. Now it doesn't want to sit down as tight as it wants to go. I won't get into articulation. Articulation, if you've seen the Revive RX-178, and those other kits, it's pretty much identical. I'm trying to not go into too horribly long details about this HG kit, but I like that we do have solid feet. There's no hollow feet like they've been doing on a lot of the recent ones. And also, one thing that I was kind of happy to see, the inside of this, the big weight, what was the
bell bottom?
The bell bottom pants. We finally have some nice details in here.
Oh, okay.
Because on the old kit, let me see if I can break that off here really quick. The old kits, you just kind of had a peg connecting there, and you had the injector pin marks and just the connector pins. There's nothing really fancy or special going on in here. So it was really nice to see that they finally gave some extra detail for the inside of that bell bottom there. Well, I don't need this, so I'll just leave that off for a second. But maybe this one I will put back on. And the color, of course, this isn't the purple like that older one. Now this has gone back to the blue, and if you guys ever built the Master Grade version of the Gyan, this blue is more similar to the Master Grade blue that they used for that kit, and I believe that kit itself is like a 10-year-old kit now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty old.
I was kind of hoping to dig up my Master Grade Gyan so I could bring that as well and have a full family shot, but that's still in a box somewhere, and I just couldn't find it. Alright, so let's see what other differences we have here. So the old one, the shield, they call it the missile shield. I don't remember exactly the term right now off the top of my head. But finally we have a better color separation.
There's some stuff in there.
We've got the bombs, the missiles on the inside. They actually have some colors. Of course, on the outside, the smaller missiles, they're just kind of molded into the red, just like this old one was. But it's nicer to see this kind of more bronzish looking color on it, plus also that gray going on in there. Now, just like the old one, also I should mention, there's the one sticker for this center belly piece. I was kind of wondering if they would give us a colored plastic piece, but it probably wasn't worth it for them just to mold one color just for that one piece. So this is also a sticker on this new design. And so yeah, he's got some just great looks, some great details, fantastic looking details. The sword that they give you is much better, thicker looking design. It is clear yellow again, like the older one, but more detail on the sword's guard and a nice longer and thicker blade, which is always good to see. Alright, also they give you 3 hands. They give you, whoops, there goes that head again. They give you 1 hand here, and this hand has a joint on it. So when he's holding the sword,
okay,
you can put it
That's
in
kinda
here.
cool.
Let me see if I can get this in here. There we go. All right, so it gives you some more options to play with this sword. There we go. Let me see if I
That's a
can
good idea.
put it in here. I'll have to fix that head once I get home. So then that way you can kind of
point it right out.
Point it right out, and you can
That's cool.
have him holding it straight up in front of his head. Well, or not. So they do give you that option, and that joint hand is only for the right hand.
Oh, I see.
So because of course the left hand, you're just going to be holding the shield. So I guess the grip is the only option they give you as far as this one goes. That's all you need though. But let's see what else. Alright, so I think I'm to the point now where I want to mention this one, and a lot of people were curious about this when this revive was coming. Alright, so is the new revive going to work with the parts that came out with the valuable pod set? Now this was, actually I did bring the box. We do have it on the side. It's back ordered, I believe, at the moment, but I believe they're doing a new production run of these pretty soon, so if you guys want it, just place your back order. This was the valuable pod, and you can make this cool looking spaceship, but you can also use the parts to build the older Gyan to make it look like this. And I've got to actually kind of wonder that when they were doing that first season of Build Fighter kits, that's when the whole idea for the revive kits came around.
Yeah.
Because they looked at these old HG kits as they were restyling them and doing it for the Build Fighter series. Like the Quibli, we had that old ancient Quibli, but they redesigned it for, I forget her name, I think it's Isla's Quibli. So that's kind of, I'm wondering if that's how we ended up getting these revive kits, just because they discovered how old and ancient these HG kits are. But the question, getting back to the main question, will these valuable pod parts work with the new revive Gyan? So let's have a look, shall we? Alright, so the head, let's start with the head. I'm going to pop this one off. Will the head plug in? Alright, so standard, you get the same kind of connection going on in there. And the head will work. So the head plugs in, but you can tell they molded this valuable pod. It's in the same colors as the old HG. So if you want it to look 100%, you're probably going to end up needing to go in and repaint it. Alright, so how about, next up, how about the backpack? Let's unplug his backpack, and let's take the valuable pod's backpack. Now, it's going to get a little bit interesting here.
Okay.
Now you can tell right off the bat,
the connection is not the same.
We have different connections, that's right. So is that going to prevent you from using the valuable pod backpack? The answer is no, because the valuable pod backpack, they have the new style connection and the style of connection that's used on the old Gyan.
Oh, so Bandai's coming through again.
Bandai did think about that. So this does plug in there. So you are able to use the backpack and the headpiece on the Revive Gyan.
Okay.
However, things aren't 100% rosy as far as this goes.
In Gyanland?
In the Gyanland. Now, let me show you guys what I mean. So, whoops, I'll just leave that off for now. Now for the Revive Gyan, of course they went back and they redid the connections. So we have the more universal standard kind of connection for the arm. But the old Gyan, it doesn't have that style of connection. And these new shoulders are designed to be used with this old style connection.
Uh-oh.
So, this is going to be a problem. So this part uses, you can kind of see, it just gives you the hole there. And you just slide this on over the peg, and then the other arm also slides in there. Yeah. But unfortunately, if you're going to want to use this new arm with this one, you're going to end up needing to do some modifications. However, I don't think it would be too hard to probably modify.
Just drill that hole in a little bit.
Yeah, you're just going to need to modify this arm. You won't need to use this piece at all. Yeah. I would just affix this to that shoulder directly. Yeah. It's not going to be plug and play though. But considering the colors are going to be all off anyway, we can kind of just put it up there just so you guys can see. The purple and the blue, the colors are going to be off anyway. So if you're going to build the Revive Gyan with the valuable parts, you're going to need to repaint it anyway. So not a big deal.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You can just have both.
Yeah, buy an extra couple. That's what I do. Then you have 3, then you can build one is one way, one the other way. But there you have it. That is the Revive Gyan.
Alright.
And I like it. It's a great looking kit. There we go. Alright, so there you go. That's the Gyan. It looks like I got a Gyan graveyard going on.
You have some more reassembling to do, these poor fellas.
I do. They're all falling apart here, but it's okay. You built enough Gyans, and
that's right. You can probably put them together.
I remember, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, are you finished with the Gyan extravaganza?
I think this episode of the Gyan extravaganza is finished.
Cool. All right. So that's my turn.
Yes, crunch time.
We're going to do the Quanta. We did the RG. We did the live build. Thanks to everybody who watched. We were there for an hour and 55 minutes.
Yeah, it was exciting.
We got almost done, except for the shield. So I built the shield and the weapons, and we're going to come back and kind of see how it all goes together. All right. Let me pull it out of the box. All right, here he is. 00 Quanta. 00 Quan bracket T bracket. Here he is. That's what we call him in this place.
Yep.
T. I don't know.
Gotta get those brackets in there.
Gotta get those brackets in there. It's very, very important. So anyway, here he is. When we did the live build, we built up to the backpack here, but we did not build the shield part. So I went home and I did that, and I have to say that it's quite impressive. Maybe even more impressive than the real grade shield. I can of course move these arms around. I can spread it out like this. I can even tuck it all the way around behind if I choose to. So he's kind of symmetrical. We were talking symmetry in the last episode. So I kind of like this. I think it does look kind of cool like that.
Yeah, it looks nice. Or you could buy a second kit and you can have one for each side maybe.
That there. You are able to kind of pose it as well. This little thing will tuck up in there.
He's a real poser.
He is. He's a poser. He poses as a main suit. But there he is. I'll tuck that up in there because you can also open this as well. Open this up if you like. That'll show inside there.
Wow.
It is really cool. And we'll get back to the shield in a minute here because, there's lots of stuff going on with that. But I wanted to kind of show everybody the kit as a whole now that we got them together because when we were doing the build, we were kind of way up here. But here he is. Lots of really great articulation, although unlike some of the RGs, you're not going to get the thigh armor opening. But here, I'll do this side here. I want to move this arm out of the way. One thing that I thought is really cool, and maybe the MG should have had this, is the ability for this part to actually pivot out of the way towards the back. The MG, if you start bending the leg, this thing just goes poing and flies off all the time, every single time. And it really frustrated me when I played with that kit. Now this is supposed to be up in here like so. So I guess I didn't realize that before, but if you do a full bend, this can just come out. So there are the stickers inside there, like that. And the stickers in the arms work really well as well because they're tucked right in there, and when you bend them, they're not going to kind of crinkle and stuff like on some of the other RGs with their joints. The head, I find the V-fin will come off. So if I'm kind of gripping this kit like this and the head comes off, it's because I'm trying to prevent the V-fin from coming off, because it will. But hey, what can you do? Now here's my asymmetrical arms. You got the blue piece here. You got the white piece here, but you also got, if you wish, the blue piece to make this arm, or you also have the white piece if you want to make a white on one side. So
you can make a symmetrical kit.
You can go as symmetrical as possible. Now this is an RG, so one of the things RGs are famous for, apparently, is color separation. And they have that here. We have different blues, and we have different whites. And the legs here is probably most noticeable. But some people, they have voiced displeasure that there's just not enough color separation on this kit. And how can you call it an RG? And I don't know if I agree with that, because the color separation is there, but armor is also somewhat minimal compared to the other kits that have more color separation. Remember, this has got a very distinct frame, and a lot of it is viewable. So maybe color separation isn't something that we should, hope for with every RG kit, because the new one's coming out next time, the August release. I don't think it's going to have that color separation.
Right.
So, and I think we won't miss it.
Nope.
So, I do like, of course, these effect parts all in here. You have them with the 00 Rise and the XE, but you actually have more. There's 2 here, and 1 in here, and then we have the back as well, and then there's 1 in here as well. They're all tucked up in there, in the front there. So it works really well. He is a very flexible dude, and I found that even with this this giant shield, he still he held his own, I guess is how I would put it. If you can position the shield right, get the feet are very positionable. If you can get them kind of set up, he stands pretty well.
Okay.
You might have a problem with the arms running into this thing here, but you can still kind of go up to a certain point. It is actually quite good. And remember, this whole arm is a new joint designed by Bandai. So before you would have the RG frame arms,
right?
We've seen with so many of the other kits now, every kit except for this one. Because this one you're using parts off the E and G runners, the frame parts, to make the arms. That was very unique. I thought that was really, really good. So now we need to talk about, we'll talk about the Gyan sword. So look at this thing. Where did I put it? It's so big.
Ooh.
So it actually is like this, and I'll be turning it back to this other mode in a second. Now you have the extra hand for that. Pull it off of here, and you plug it in. And then you drop this in here like so, and you have your sword. So here is the Gyan sword. Now it is heavy, but he still kind of fares pretty well, and you can counterbalance with the shield, so you'll get some kind of coolness out of that. Now, with this sword and with this shield, you have the ability to play with what we call, Gyan sword bits. Is that what they are? Man, these things are everywhere. Like that.
Bitto. You have the A bit, B bit, and C bit, it looks like.
And while I'm in this box here, let me pull out this one more time to show everybody.
Okay.
It's the marking sheet. So once you get all the markings on this guy, you talk about color separation. Well, you're going to break up a lot of stuff with this whites in here. It's going to look really, really good. But I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm not there yet. I am talking about sword bits. And make sure I'll kind of pair them up here. You get 2 of each. And it has this hand, each one has a handle that will kind of tuck around into different places. And yes, they will kind of fall off the hook as you're trying to move them around, so keep that in mind. Did this one come off? Yeah, where's my other hook?
Uh-oh.
Where's my other hook?
We're off the hook here.
We're off the
Gunpla
hook.
TV.
We're totally off the hook. I gotta find that. But I found that because you're dealing with this newer plastic and the size of 1/44, not MG size, that the hooks can bend. They can get a little fragile here if you're moving things around, and that's what happened to me. So I kind of bent one of the hooks a little more than I needed to. But you, of course, oh, here it is. You're supposed to be on here. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is going to fall off again, but there it is. Like that. So I have 2 of those big ones. I have 2 medium size. So I have pretty much everything I need here to try and do this thing. So you can, with this opening here, you can put them into the hand, just like this. You can carry them around if you wish. All of them will be able to fit in the hand. I'm not going to worry about that because I have to put them on the shield here. Let me flip this around for a sec. Now you can put them on the shield, and there's different ways to go about it. So I think the first one, maybe I'll get the shield. Is that in the shot there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I really like the shield. It's much better than the MGs. It just tucks in here nicely. I'm not really worried about things falling off. It's good. So I believe I'm working with number 18, which is the last set, which is the C bit. They call it the
C-bit set?
A bit, B bit, C bit. And C bit seems to be kind of the medium sized one, I believe.
Oh.
Is that right? And there's so many bits here. Bits and pieces. So what I do is I take this little handle and I fold it. Hold on. I fold it back in here. It's meant to go. Come on, you.
There you go.
And tucked into there like that. It will stick up a little bit, but it's meant to go tucked in here like this. And then this part here, check this out. It's cool. Whoa! To give this tiny connection right in here. Can you see that? Apparently that's going to assist me in getting this thing on here. So I move this out of the way and I push this in like so. And look at that. So let's do that again with this other bit here. Move the handle out of the way. See, it's already getting angry at me.
Oh no.
It's just a matter of where you put your force, I find. So, because I'm not very strong with the force right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so here we go. Put this in here, and kind of push it up. So that's kind of the first, how do you say, form? The first thing you can do with the shield. Just have those hanging off. Looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig that. Now, if you want to continue, you have to do what I did already and fold these things out. Right? Then you have to kind of slide them into these things. So I need to push this out of the way down. Come on, you. That's how you apply that force. Right? You can put this thing in here, push it all the way in, and then because this is not staying on properly, it could be tricky, but you basically slide it in from this side, and they will stay together. So here we are. I now have one longer one. That is kind of cool.
That's 2 bits.
2 bits. 2 bits. There you go. I got 2 bits. Now with these, there's a place to put them in here. Right? Because they say, put this on here. I don't know how I'm supposed to put these on if they actually fit in as well as this. Because there's different ways to position these GN bits.
Right.
But I think I'd have to just pop these off.
And
then replace them with the bigger one. Like so. Slide them into position. They still hang there pretty good. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a nice look.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull these bits off. Why? Because I don't want them on the shield. Pull this back up. I want them on my GN sword.
Oh.
Let's pull the sword off. You kind of pop this off a little bit. You turn it, push it back in so it's now flat. And the first thing it says that I need to do, oh my goodness. Make the long bit and then kind of put it around the edge. This is what they're saying I should do. I kind of want this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So they actually squeeze on there really, really well.
It's a nice
and
tight
even
fit.
here,
Oh.
it's so hard to see because they're so small. This little tab.
Okay, yeah.
They're not like straight on each other. They're offset. So you should be able to kind of squeeze them together. Get those bits as close together as possible. Like so. So you'll have like this kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool. And then you can take your other bits, because we're not done here. Now, if I have this right, these other bits now kind of slide in here somewhere. So let me see where they're supposed to go. Let's bit. No, I don't.
Uh-oh.
It's just a matter of where I put this tab, because it has this tab. This tab. Ah, see this tab here? I think it's supposed to go in here. Like that.
Oh, snap.
Oh, don't snap. Stay there, bro. I can't afford any snaps.
Snap into place.
Maybe I'm not doing this right. That's what I want. Sorry, guys. Make sure that is tucked in. And then tuck it in here. Get in there, you. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
Well,
It felt like
almost.
it was in.
I thought I heard it.
I thought I heard it too. So I don't really know what's stopping it. Do I have something not quite positioned properly up top, or it goes in from this side and up? There is something kind of there, so I want to make sure that it's not. Maybe this has to be up more. Maybe that's just my problem.
Oh, the joys of small parts.
Well, when I played with this with the master grade, it never seemed to want to do what I wanted it to do. And I got really, really frustrated with it. So when they announced they're doing the RG of it, I thought, okay, this will be interesting. Let's see what they do. And they, for the most part, did very well. Like,
right.
This thing does those same things but better. Is what I would say. So let's slide this in here. It's just a matter of getting it lined up properly. But there it is. So now I have this super giant Gyan sword. Look at that thing.
Right. That's
way too long. I don't know what I'm going to do to hold that up. It's just too heavy, Bandai. What do you do? Oh, look, check that out. Thanks, Bandai. Now they give us this stand here. You put it together like this, and it's pretty tall.
Yeah.
So you can actually kind of put this up here.
If you have it on another stand, maybe.
Yeah, you can get your Quanta on a stand and have some like over the shoulder chopping action type thing as well, right? Right. But you can also have it, and maybe I'll do this because I have to do the next part here. I'll put it back into his hand. You spin it down, and you can kind of let's go this way. I want to make sure that we can plug it in to this thing here. You have two options, and then I can get it standing nice and flat here. So let's position him looking cool, and let's see if we can get this a little bit more flat, because there is something else we can do here that I want to show people once we get this on here. So he's on here like this. Now, come on, standy. Mm-hmm. You can open these up if you get it right. So come on, you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my bad hook. That's right. My bad hook is causing me problems right now. You suck. I was trying to do this before, and then to get this kind of look, and what I think I did is I opened it too much, which caused the stress on the hook, and since then, of course,
the plastic's
just too weak to do anything. But this is the idea, right?
Right.
You have it open at the end, shooting out there. So there is kind of where I will stop, because I want to kind of get the stickers on later, but that requires carefully taking apart the Gyan sword. Okay. But for the most part, is it worthy of the RG name? I would say sure. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of the things that we like to see in our RG kits, but then they give us this stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, it's still like well above the HG and MG even. All right, there you go. That's my Quanta.
And that's my Gyan.
Taking aim at your fourth of Gyans.
I know. I'm gonna.
He's a little outmatched, maybe.
You're outnumbered. It's going to be
My Gyan sword is better than your tiny beam swords.
It's my Gyang.
Your Gyang. Gonna shoot a bunch of missiles at me and I'll be screwed. Okay, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for. Sorry. The Gunpla section of the show, just in time, because apparently I'm getting sick. Stay away. Let's get Ryan back in here.
All right.
Because he and I have to close out the show.
Okay.
All right, say goodbye.
See you guys later.
All right, there you go.
Thanks, Todd.
Todd did his thing again. Thanks,
Sid.
Todd. Thanks, everybody, for watching. No, we're not done yet. We have comments to read, but this is going to be a little bit different, maybe special, to explain to everybody out there. One of our longtime customers, and also kind of early member on HobbyLink TV, sent an email to Scott. And it got forwarded around the office because we like to hear praise. But I actually emailed him back, and I wanted to ask permission to read his email.
And we did meet him at Anime Expo.
Yeah, we did meet him at Anime Expo. That's why I was like, oh man, I'd really like to share what you shared with us, with everybody else. So can I go ahead and read it?
Do it.
Okay. It says, hi Scott. 20 years ago, I bought my first model from you. It was the coolest, most advanced Gundam model Bandai had ever made, the MG Zeta Gundam. I still have it, though it isn't nearly as impressive now. I thought this would be a good time to say thank you very much for starting HLJ. These models, figures, and toys I've bought from you have provided me with countless hours of enjoyment over the years. The robot models, particularly Gundam, are my favorite. I started building them back in the 80s when you had to glue them together. I built almost all the Revell Robotech kits and moved on to Gundam when I started college. I have particularly enjoyed seeing the evolution of the kits from the no grade to up to the PG and then RG. With as many orders as I've placed, I'm impressed that there have been very few problems with them. Those few problems were resolved quickly. I think the biggest improvement was the private warehouse. After 20 plus years of buying models, your house looks like this, which is my actual private warehouse.
It's crazy.
It is. Those giant stacks of kits are filling up my house. I try my best to keep up with them, but there never seems to be enough time. I just got around to building my PG Astray Red frame a couple of months ago. Here's a shot of my RGs, which is my favorite line. I'm really looking forward to the Sinanju. These are my first two Gundams built in the summer of 89.
89?
Way back.
Samurai? No.
69. Last summer, I took my first trip to California. My wife and I had been wanting to go to San Diego for a long time, so we finally did. We went to some fantastic places like the Legoland, the zoo, and the USS Midway. I noticed that the day we were supposed to come back was the first day of the Anime Expo. We extended the trip by 1 day to drive up to LA so I could stop by the HLJ booth. I met Jim, Ryan, and Sid. I hung out and built an SD Gundam. Unfortunately, I missed meeting you by a day. It was still my favorite part of the trip. So thanks again for providing access to all the great hobby products, and give my thanks to your staff for doing a great job. I look forward to being a customer for many years to come. There you go. This is from Dynamo Joe. That's his username on HobbyLink TV.
It's a real nice email.
And that is a really nice email. And yeah, that's all I can say. When I look at his pictures, and I'm like, you know, somebody who has that kind of passion for this kind of thing, and we're able to kind of help him, you know, feed that passion. I think that plays a big role, right? You know?
It's nice for us to get this because, you know, being on online store, you don't see people like you did if you were a hobby store on the street. So, you know, that's I think why Sid and I really enjoy Anime Expo and getting these kind of emails. And I mean, yeah, we really do appreciate it.
Exactly. So we get to have that kind of.
And that's a stack of boxes.
I know. Can you imagine? That's what my backlog looked like. No, that's what my my pile looked like when I had to start giving them away. But I think
I have my backlog. I have like under my bed there's like an empty space, and I kind of put my kits in there. I think Brian refers to it as his retirement build.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I retire.
And in this country, I'll live till 95. So I got 35 years.
Ooh, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, that's right.
I need like a warehouse.
That's right. We have one. It's right up there. All right, so that concludes Dynamo Joe's comments. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
I did actually email him and say, "Oh, we're going to see you back at the Anime Expo," and he's like, "No, I can't make it this year."
No, it's a shame.
So that is a shame, but I do appreciate the mail.
I'm glad he got to build the SD with us.
Yeah,
you know, that was cool.
Okay, so it's your turn, Ryan. Why don't you take it away for the rest of the comments?
Thank you very much. This is Civil C. I'll be at Anime Expo. I'll also be entering the regional GBWC there. Hope to see you guys, take some pics with you guys, and not confuse Hobby Japan's booth with yours this time.
Yeah, we are HobbyLink Japan booth 4609.
We have 4 booths. Like
we have 4 booths, but I think they have it in as a 4609 instead of giving 4 numbers. But yeah,
we're near the entrances, so you can't
those
miss
people
us
who are
time.
entering the expo, if we haven't said this before, when you go down the main escalators and onto the floor to your right side, we will be in like the 2nd or 3rd row. So head right when you get into the expo. Head right. Right to HLJ.
It'll be Ardith, Lindsay, Sid, and I.
That's right.
So yeah,
bringing the dream team.
The crew.
The crew.
The crew.
It's gonna be a long 5 days.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do. Okay.
Next, RG1226. The only reason I will go to Anime Expo is you guys. I'll probably bring you guys some in and out animal style fries. That'd be
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you want to bring us any food.
We're gonna try real hard this time to get to In-N-Out.
Yeah, there's one at the airport.
There's one at the airport. So we're determined to do it right.
I'm going to eat some crappy food. That's my mission.
No.
I hear LA is the place to do it.
There's a secret menu. I hope it's still going.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I want the pizza.
I like my fast food.
There was good pizza there. Anyway, Michael. I know this is late, but congrats, Ryan, on your twins. Can't wait to get my hands on that RG Sinanju. Gotta love them Mickey parts.
That's right, RG Sinanju. This is one of the things I talked about earlier when I said things are going to be up on our website. By the time this episode airs, it should be on our website right now. So I feel confident that maybe I can talk about it because we have some information to share.
Wow, even I'm like, what?
Yeah. So here's what we kind of know about the RG Sinanju based on some of the material that they kind of gave to us the day before the release dates or pre-order dates or whatever else. They're talking about the side gimmicks on the legs. It can open to reveal the thrusters. So they also showed this little thing, and it says, based on Katoki Hajime's design of the Sinanju, they're actually working on the underside of the side skirts to get all the details right in there. Because the HG
on an RG?
The HG didn't have any details underneath, and even the MG probably didn't have much in there, but I think they're trying to put in all the details that Katoki Hajime designed into it.
This is going to be epic.
It is going to be amazing. The red color is going to be what they call injection gloss.
Ooh,
so that shininess that we saw at the expo, that might be the kit. It might be that shiny.
So you don't need to top coat it or anything?
No, it looks like it's going to be that way out of the box. And of course the Mecha Gold, you're going to put the black parts around it. You won't need to be doing any foil stickers or any of that craziness. And let's see what it comes with. It comes with a beam rifle, a beam saber, a beam axe, a shield, beam effect parts ×3.
A lightsaber?
That's the lightsaber, beam effects part right there. It says it's going to have extra hands for gripping the weapons, and it's going to have an open hand just for posing. And it's going to come 15 runners. And also the realistic decals are in there. So there you go. And then the manual. So 15 runners in an RG kit. Thanks for the comments, everybody. Now, it's my turn.
Come say hi.
Come say hi to Anime Expo. I will be there for 4 days. I have a kit to give away.
Ah, prizes.
Yeah. We decided I'm going to give away this.
Shiny pants.
Figures. Yeah, because Figure Eyes is coming back.
It's coming back.
Coming back in the form of Dragon Ball. More Dragon Ball.
Ooh, so. Actually Dragon Balls is very popular.
Yes, it is. I heard something about Dragon Ball before. So, someone's getting the heat metal. Now, we only had 76 comments in the last episode. I'm just going to think that everybody's kind of on summer vacation, because it can't be because I'm giving away heat metal, can it? The winner rose to comment number 46, and it's Bleezer1, and he says, "Hi guys, great show. Thanks. Wow, an hour long, nice. Can't wait for the RG Sinanju." Alright, so there you go. So I'll be contacting. I will be contacting. I'll be in contact with Bleezer1. Congratulations, and I'm going to send this box on to you. But I do have kits to give away. Ooh, now we're giving 2 kits to one person this time around because I feel it's appropriate. Several weeks ago, episode 204, we showed the MG Freedom 2.0, which is one of the most amazing kits around. It was crazy, and I thought, you know what? I don't need these anymore. Here's the HD Freedom. Actually, this is a good kit.
So it's like, yeah.
I want to build the Freedom 2.0 again. It's amazing. But when we did the Revive Freedom, we actually did both in the show for a comparison, similar to what we did with the MG Freedoms. So to kind of flash back to that very recent episode comparing the MG Freedoms, I'm going to be giving some lucky winner.
Best backpacks ever, eh?
Yes, I'm going to be giving some lucky winner both of these Freedoms as well.
You're saying so that one lucky person will win 2 of these kits?
That's right. That's right.
Wow, you have a big heart.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's as big as my hand. That's what they say, your fist. It's as big as your heart. So yeah, don't worry. There's lots of stuff to give away, but you have to have a flow, Ryan. You can't just do it all at once. Otherwise,
you don't want to.
You run out.
You don't want to. I'm not going to say it.
That's right. Don't want to finish early. So yeah. On that note, Ryan, is there anything you want to say to end this episode? Tell them how they can win these 2 freedoms.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go to hobbylink.tv, episode 2006. 206. And drop us a comment, and you have a very good chance of winning a freedom.
That's right, 2 freedoms.
Yeah, winning double the freedom.
Twice the freedom.
I'd like to just end on, before I say my usual spiel. Yeah. Have you guys watched the latest Top Gear? How do you feel? Anyway, you can leave your note. Going. Well, if you watch it, I don't know how many people watch it, but just once again, we are brought to you by HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. Please support our online store. If you do have any problems or questions, just email us at products@HLJ. Questions at HLJ, or just go to our customer service icon. Yeah. If you ever want to talk to us or chat to us, we are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
Tumblr, Instagram,
Reddit, a lot of places. But yeah, just once again, really thank you for your support. And that email Sid read was. Yeah.
We do what we do. And Anime Expo, come by, please.
Yeah, keep us company.
It's gonna be awesome.
We might be lonely.
Yeah. Well, it'll be so busy, but you know, there's the people that come because they want to see you and your stuff, and those are the people like, oh, have conversations with, shake your hand. So there's people that don't really know, they come by and look at you.
Well, some people don't know, like,
that's why
Gundam is still sort of a niche.
Yeah.
Especially like heavy builders.
Yeah. I think it's nice to talk to people who appreciate you making the effort to get over there. Yeah. So that's why I want to go back, see these people again. So we're going to end on that note.
Yes.
Next week we'll have more Gundam to show.
Absolutely.
So look forward to that. We'll see you later.
See you guys.